Outlaws. I don't know. Explain that one. I don't know. Yes, it was. Quite check. That's cool.
Break retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to Asphalt Outlaws Racing, where it's the playoffs round of 15, and it's time for the Sonic Graphic Design 170 coming to you here live on Rice Motorsports TV. Well, I tell you, the playoffs, man, we're getting into them now, and we're going to see how this second race plays out here tonight. And before we go any further, let's give a shout out to all our great sponsors. And that would be tonight's race sponsor, Sonic Graphic Design. The winning bid, Diecast Auctions. And HCK Beagles. Boy, I'll tell you, they have a beautiful night out there for racing, folks. 72-degree temperature, winds only 2 miles an hour. Now, they're running the 70% fuel and 4 tires like they normally do. The 4 complete sets when they start on, and then 3 additional sets. And the stage break should be at lap 40 of 108 scheduled laps here tonight at this 1.53 mile facility here. And as always, actually, please like, share, and subscribe. You know, hit that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. And let's go ahead and take a, like I said, we're into the playoffs here now. Let's go ahead and take a look at where we are after race number 1. Now, Eric Hegdell, he grabbed the win. He's got the first win in the playoffs, and that's got him in the 4th position now. Jody Banfield still leading with Joe Yates 2nd. Mark Beverly in that 3rd spot. Kevin Winkers 5th. Dougie Higgins Jr. 6th. Nathan Somerville 7th. Michael Newman in the 8th position. Richard Holland 9th. Jesse Calloway rounds out the top 10, and he is on the bubble there with Jesse Wise in that 11th position. Keith Prince 12th. Evan Schilling 13th, Haas Beverly 14th, and Nathan Bogart in the final and 15th position in the playoffs. And so right now, Jesse, his mission is clear. I'd say Jesse Richard and, the guys that are down there getting close to the bubble, and then on the other side, the other Jesse Wise, Keith Prince, they're knocking on the door trying to get in there. So we'll see what happens as this race and the next race unfold as we race our way towards the round of 10. So we've got a few minutes left here before we go to qualifying. Let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, and then we'll head down on the track. And you're watching the Sonic Racing Design 170 here on Rice Motorsports TV. My mouse is acting up. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, my mouse, I'm being attacked by my mouse. Now my mouse is acting up. Folks, we're back here with the playoffs round of 15 with the Asphalt Outlaws Racing here on Rice Motorsports TV. And, let's head on down on track here. Let's see who's out there. See Cody Talindi turning some laps there. He's currently fourth quickest there with that 30.902. Now he's out there now, but I'm thinking maybe he'll be running race control when the racing actually starts. He's getting out there having some fun, unless they've got somebody else doing it, or he's doing it in the truck, which is a feat in itself. It's not easy doing race control and to do it and drive at the same time. Oh boy. Haas Beverly. Well, I thought he was on track. Now he's down pit road there. He's getting ready to come back out. Third quickest, 30.901 for Haas there. And let's see here. Who else on track? There's Richard Holland. Currently 10th quickest. Jody Banfield, points leader there, 31.054. He's only 13th quickest, but I think he just got in the server here just a few minutes ago, and maybe just now getting out on track. So this lap here, this may be a more representative time for Jody as he crosses the line, or just starting his first hot lap there. Kansas, another one of those nice big, relatively wide tracks. Let's see what kind of time he gets out here. Haven't had a whole lot of practice here tonight as he crosses the stripe. Let's see here. And whoa, his time actually didn't improve. 31.096 was his last time, so he remains our 13th quickest on the time charts, and he'll be looking to pick that back up. And let's see who else is out there. There's Richard Holland right behind him. Richard Holland the third, I should say. Not too many guys on track right now. I think I see Joe Yates. He's out there. He's 8th quickest, 30.973. And we have just over a minute to go to qualifying anyway. So I think a lot of the guys are pretty happy with what they're doing. And, we do have one guy got his cam tonight. That's Jesse Wise. And let me see if I can grab Jesse. Where is Jesse? Let me see if I can pull him up to the booth here real quick before we go qualifying. If he's in the chat, I don't even see him in the chat. He might not be. Sometimes guys don't get in the chat while they're driving. I was going to pull him up to the booth with us, but I do not see him in the chat, so we'll have to try to see if we can catch up with him later on. And everybody else, there's Keith Prince, currently 14th quickest, 31.092 is his personal best time. Let's see if he improves on that time as he crosses the stripe, and unfortunately does not. So at the moment, he will stay there. And actually, the clock is reading 0 now, so we're just getting ready to roll over to qualifying. And we'll wait for some. There goes the server, just rolling over as I speak here, and now we'll wait for some guys to come out, and we'll see what they do here. Here in race number 2 of the round of 15. And somebody's coming. I think I see Nathan Bogart. He's making his way out. He's right there on the, there he is. There may be some guys on track already, maybe. Oh yeah, there's Joe Yates already on track. Now this may be the start of a hot lap or his first hot lap crosses the line. Let's see. Yeah, that was the start of the hot lap there. getting about 178 by himself anyway, going down the backstretch there. And let's see what Joe starts off with here as he crosses the line. Looks like he'll slot in provisional pole. 31.166 is the time to beat at the moment. There's a 9 of Jesse Calloway. He's just making his way onto the track. Michael Newman's up now. He might have. This might be the end of his first hot lap here. Let's see what he gets as he crosses the line. And does he bump Joe? No, he doesn't. He slots in the P3, 31.479. That P2 position goes to Nathan Bogart. He actually, as I say that, he just got bumped by. Oh, but this is a battle. I was about to say Jody Banfield was on provisional pole for literally a second before Joe Yates got it back once again. 31.062 to Joe's 31.043. So he's just barely holding on to it. John Scalino now slots into that P3 position, 31.080. We saw Jesse Wise making his way out and crosses the stripe. He's fifth quickest. He just got bumped to sixth. He unfortunately didn't improve his time. 31.092 is his personal best there. And we got a few more folks. There's Richard Holland third, trying to improve on that 31.173. He just got bumped to eighth. Let's see if he can move his way back up the order. He crosses the line and he improves his time, but not his position, unfortunately. And how about Eric Hegdal, last week's winner? No time yet for the number 11 truck. Oh, and he gets into the wall, so he obviously is going to abort that run. And let's see. Don't know if he's going to go out and try again or not. Looks like he will. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, he may or may not. It looks like he's, unless he's just checking something. I don't know if he's having a problem with something or not, but I think he's just making sure that everything is copacetic there. So he's going to give it another shot here. So now the clock is running once again. I'm wondering if they only have 2 time lapse anyway. He might have sacrificed one of them. He might only get 1 hot lap here. Let's see what time he gets as he crosses the stripe here. And Eric's going to come away P12, 31.355. And it looks like he's staying in it, so he might be trying to pick up another time here. I think what it was, he aborted that lap before he completed it, so it didn't count as a lap. And let's see if he can improve on that 13th position. And yes, he does. Boy, does he improve all right, right to the pole, folks. Almost 31 flat, 31.004. Eric Hegdal straight up to provisional pole position. And wow, he definitely picked it up. And I don't see anybody else on track either. So it looks like they're done with the qualifying. And they're probably, let's see. The guys are in different channels here, so I don't know if they're actually having a drivers meeting or what, but it seems like it's everybody's just kind of hanging out here right now. Got another driver, Cam. Michael Newman also has his camera up as well. And I still don't see Jesse Wise in the chat, so if we get to talk with anybody, it'll probably be Michael there. And matter of fact, I'm going to, let's see, where's Michael? I saw him here. There he is. He's down there in Race Chat 1. We're going to move him up here with us. Let's make sure that the, where is the Discord on? Should be on. Okay. Copy main. Just working out something here, folks. There we go. That's what I was looking for there. So we can have a little bit of time. Just want to make sure when we move him in here that we can all hear him here. And there we go. Hey, Michael, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, playoff time to get going again. How you feeling about tonight, buddy?
Not as good as I was last week. Felt pretty strong heading into Daytona, but typically run still pretty well at Daytona. Based on practice, or run pretty well at Kansas, but based on practice and qualifying, I think we should have a top 3 trucks. So just got to see how the race plays out.
10-4, man. And I got your camera. You know what? Maybe I don't. Thought I had it turned on, but I don't see your camera on this end. I see it on my monitor, but it's not on the screen. So we'll just work on that later on. And but good luck, man. We'll put you back down. It's a 10-minute. It's a 10-minute qualifying. And then they roll over to the race.
Yeah, 10 minutes. First 5 minutes qualify, then team meeting or league meeting, and then yeah. So we got about 2 minutes or so left.
10-4. All right. Well, good luck, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Tony. Have a good race.
Yeah, it's enough. Thanks. Okay, got him down there, and yeah. Boy, I tell you, you gotta love computers, man. I tell you. And like you were saying, we got about a couple of minutes to go, and that'll give us enough time. Actually, we'll just go ahead and pause for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, folks, we are back here with Asphalt Outlaws Racing. It's the playoffs round of 15, the Sonic Graphic Design 170. The server is just rolled over to the race session, and looks like I see trucks coming out on pit road. Folks starting to line up here as they make their way out. Let's go ahead and take a look at that starting grid. And on the pole, Eric Hegdel trying to pick up where he left off last week. And Mark Beverly will be starting right next to him. Then we have Joe Yakes in the 3rd position. Jody Banfield 4th. Starting 5th will be Michael Newman. Then John Scalino in the 6th spot. And 7th is Keith Prince. Hoss Beverly in the 8th position. 9th is Jesse Wise. And Jesse Calloway rounds out your top 10. Then 11th, we have Richard Holland the third with Will Rhino in the 12th spot. 13th is Nathan Bogart. 14th is Cody Terlindi. Then we have 15th Dougie Higgins Jr. Now starting with Cody there, he didn't post a time. The guys after him. So Dougie, he starts 15th. Evan Schilling 16th position. And 17th spot is Kevin Winker. Rick LePage starting 18th. And I believe, okay, Tyler Beverly is showing 19th. And actually, Cody Terlindi, is he racing? He's racing tonight, I think. Because normally, a lot of times he's working race control. Let's see what happens. He might be out there racing. We'll see. And he's in the lineup anyway. Well, I actually know he isn't. He's not on pit road. I think he was just out there turning some laps, having some fun before the race. I can see right now he's still sitting on pit road. So, yeah, so he probably is doing race control this evening. And so we'll head on down to the track here. Hagdahl getting ready to lead them to the green flag. I believe it's 40 laps will be the stage break, and they roll off. One of our drivers, onboard camera, got him, Michael Newman, starting up there in that top 5. And yeah, we do have his camera working. So there's Michael, and so we'll be hopping in there with him later on in the race. Making our way now through turns 3 and 4. Ready to get this show going here on Friday night. Pace truck is down on pit road, waiting for that green flag.
Green, green, green.
We've got a green, and we are racing here at Kansas Speedway. Boy, I tell you, it's Eric Hagdahl, Mark Beverly. A lot of times we'll see Mark starting further back. Boy, he is right up the front tonight. He is not playing around. He is getting it going here with Joe Yates down on the inside. Jody Banfield right back there in that 4th position. There's Michael Newman in the 5th spot. They're racing down to turn 1. I'm sorry, that was turns 3 and 4. And they're already completed lap number 1. Hagdahl, he continues to lead on that inside line. Mark Beverly kind of just looks like they're all kind of just getting settled in here a little bit and going to get a few laps under their belts here and come around to start lap number 3. The rest of the field, everybody's sticking close together. There's Hoss Beverly in the 7th position. And a little bit of a gap between him and Keith Prince III. Boy, Jesse Wise, boy, they're pretty tight there. Him in the 35 there. Richard Holland III. There's Dougie Higgins Jr. down on the inside. And meanwhile up the front, Beverly now has got his nose ahead. And I think he led that lap as they started lap 4, but Hagdahl is once again pulled out in front. And they continue to race along, battling for that lead position. And well, I tell you, they could be doing that all night long. And oh, look at Joe Yates taking a little peek. From in there, it looked like he was taking a peek down on the inside. Jody Banfield now, he's in that 4th spot. Newman back to 5th. Keith Prince, 3 truck. I just saw him drop a couple of positions. Now he's back to the 12th spot. A little further back, there's the 42 Kevin Winker in the 15th position. Boy, a lot of traffic back there, folks. Long ways to go, though. Lap 6 of 108, racing to lap 40, the stage break. And there's the 9 of Jesse Calloway. And a lot of these guys, you know, it would not surprise me before the night's over, you see these guys up near the front or at the front. And at the front, Hegdel and Beverly, they continue to swap the lead. Now Hegdel, he's back out there. Jody Banfield, he's just riding along behind the 13. Getting some laps in under their belt. Now on lap number 8. And everybody's going along quite nicely here. With Michael Newman in that 4th spot there. He went back to 5th, and now he's moved up to 3rd. Track lights on now. We're kind of getting into twilight just a little bit here. We'll be racing into the night. Coming around to start lap number 10, so we'll have 30 to go before the stage break. A little further back, there's Nathan Bogart. Now, I believe he's in the 15th position in the playoff standings, so yeah, he'll definitely be interested in having a very good night here tonight, as best he can. He continues to race along, battling there with the 17 Will Reinhold. Now, Reinhold, he is not, I'm looking at the thing now, he is not in the playoffs. Keep track of some of these guys and where they are. There's Keith Prince, he's a little further back. Now, Keith, he's in the 12th position in the standings. So he's like, he needs to improve 2 positions to make it out of the round of 15. The new leader up front, Jody Banfield, and moves ahead of Hagdell. Running in that 2nd position, Michael Newman has gotten past Mark Beverly. Good. He was running 3rd. We saw him running 3rd a little earlier anyway. And Beverly still looks like he's hanging in there. Both him and Joe Yates. There's Bogart now in the 6th position, where he's gained 7 spots since the start of the race. And this is exactly what he needs to have happen. He's got to have a good race like this. Getting, I think anything like a top 5 will help his cause for sure. But he really needs to rack some points up, because Jesse Calloway, let's see, where is Jesse at? He is he's running in the 11th position, and Jesse, he's on the bubble there, and Nathan right now is currently running in the 6th spot. So yeah, Jesse probably wants to get up closer to the front by the time this race is over, because that's the guy right there who's standing to make some ground on him, and the guys that are ahead of him as well. Evan Schillings is a couple of positions ahead of Nathan Bogart, currently running 13th, so that's going to help his cause. Manfield, he continues to lead out front, starting to get a little bit of a distance, several truck lengths ahead of Eric Hegdel, who's beginning to get a bit of a pressure there from the 42. I'm sorry, not 42, but the number 12 of Michael Newman, who just races on past into that second position. Now Newman himself, he's in the 8th position in the playoffs. And so now he's in that 6th spot. Oh, and got some guys got together there. Boy, that was close. That was Richard Holland, and I think the 3 there, Keith Prince. Man, they almost got into the wall big time. And we got Haas Beverly down on, he's just exiting the pit, and green flag pit stop there for Haas Beverly. Now, that might have been just a strategy, you know, and planning on just pitting a little early. We're only on lap 17, though. So he might get it back under the caution, perhaps, and we'll see what happens. Of course, if there were a caution, he'd be the lucky dog anyway. We have 18 trucks on track. Meanwhile, back up the front, there's Joe Yates running in the 4th position. He's chasing Mark Beverly. Hegdel in the 2nd spot there. Boy, look at Nathan Bogart. Boy, he's doing what he's got to do right now, folks. Running in that top 5. And anything from here and up to winning the race is absolutely what he needs to have happen. And he does have 2 more races, but he has to have performances like this and hopefully finishes somewhere in this range here or better to give him a chance of moving up that order. He's got to move 5 positions. Jesse Wise right there behind him, just on the outside looking in. Only a handful of points, about maybe 13 points, I would say, behind Jesse Callaway. So the battle of the Jessies there. Wise, he's currently in that 6th position, and Callaway, you know, we mentioned he's a little bit further back. Actually, he's about 4 trucks back in the 10th spot at the moment. 10th or 11th, I think there's just moved the position there. But boy, look at Banfield. He's almost a full second ahead of the field. And Jody, he is literally trying to race off into the sunset here. Mark Beverly's comfortably in that 2nd position, almost 2/10 ahead of Joe Yates, who's now in the 3rd spot. Eric Hegdel, he's moved back to the 4th position. Nathan Bogart, we saw him, he's running in that 5th spot. Jesse Wise right behind him. Keith Prince, and they're a little bit further back. That's Prince and Newman going at it there for position. Now Prince, he's currently in the 12th position in the round of 15. And Newman, he's I wouldn't say he's like comfortable. He's in the 8th spot, but at least he's up there. So his mission is pretty simple: just have some good solid finishes and keep him in those in the top 10. Just about a full minute now from Mark Beverly up to Jody Banfield. And Mark can see him. He can clearly see him there, and it's better to be able to see him and than not see him at all. And that'd be kind of rough if the guy just completely drove off that far away. Oh, Michael Newman coming down pit. Okay, what's going on with Michael here? He is down Not sure. Is he showing a little bit of damage there? Look, it looks like there's a little bit of a crinkle in the right front of that of the hood, and he's slow getting going there, and so he's we're lap 24. We're nowhere close to the stage break here, so Michael Newman definitely off the pace, making his way down on the pit road, and the leaders are going down the backstretch. Banfield, he's 1.2 seconds ahead of Yakes, with Beverly and Hagdell still running in position. And they only have 3 additional sets of tires. This will be interesting to see if he's actually getting some tires, or is he just getting fuel, maybe just a fuel stop here. And he's 8.7 seconds. That feels like it was a fuel stop to me. And like I said, of course, he will lose a lap in the process. Beverly is closing fast. They're both 1 lap down. There's Mark Beverly right there, and he will move into the lucky dog position as Newman gets up to speed. The third, oh, sorry, that was Haas Beverly, my bad. And so Haas moves into that lucky dog position. Keith Prince now coming down pit road, so we're getting some green flag pit stops here as your leader continues to race along. Jody Banfield, 1.1 seconds, still ahead of Joe Yakes in that second position. And who knows, we might see the leaders coming in the next 2 or 3 laps. Mark Beverly still back there in third. Eric Hagdell is in the 4th spot now. Prince just leaving his pit box. He's the 3rd driver coming in pit. Him, Haas Beverly, and Michael Newman. Early stops for them. So they're nobody else is coming down on pit road just yet. Banfield looks like he's staying out. And they're running 70% fuel, so, you know, it's been, well, I tell you, you know, you know what I might start doing? I might start doing these calculations myself, you know, before the races, like, because a lot of time we'll see leagues use like 65%, 70%. They tend to stay around 65, 70% fuel. And so I'll give you kind of a ballpark, you know, estimate of how many laps they should be able to go. And there's Will Rhino making his way down pit road. Somebody, and now your leader, he is also coming down pit road, Jody Banfield. And now that he's come down pit road, boy, he's bringing company with him. Evan Schilling, there's Kevin Winker making his way down. John Sciolino right behind him. We got Rick LePage also coming down. So lap 31, green flag pit stops are in effect. Banfield's already in his pit box, and looks like it's basically just fuel. And he lights it up. He's out of there 8.4 seconds for Jody as he goes and gets back up to speed. LePage making his way out. Now these guys, now 10 laps to go. It's not like the whole field is going to come in and pit. Some guys have already pitted, and now whether or not this will cycle around, I don't think it's going to cycle around to the point where Banfield gets back up. Then again, I might be wrong. Everybody in front of him, let's see, Mark Beverly, he had already pitted, and the guys in front of him are coming in now. Him and Eric Hagdell They're making their way out. Where's Banfield? There he is. A kid did cycle around. Okay, so everybody, indeed, I was wondering if every single truck was going to come in. So obviously, it might, who knows, it might be a thing where getting into the mid-30s might be their maximum window for fuel here. And Joe Yates making his way off of pit road. Everybody looks like they pitted anywhere between lap, well, some guys pitted really early. Michael Newman pitted on lap 24. Haas Beverly pitted on lap 15. And there's Banfield right behind Yates. And it looks like he's about to catch him rather easily there. And he does, he zooms right on by the number 87 into the lead. So he continues along lap 35, like 5 laps to go here before the stage break. It's Banfield, Prince, Keith Prince now. They're battling for that second position. Keith, he pitted on lap 26. Yates pitted on lap 32. His tires are much fresher, but he doesn't appear to be fighting him too much on it. Just a handful of laps now, and now everybody is pitted. Everybody's in and out and back on track. And Mark Beverly, he's in that 4th position. Hegdal now 5th. And Kevin Winker, he's back there. He's battling with the 36 there. Bogart for position. Boy, Winker's moved up 10 spots since the start of the race, so good improvement for the 42 truck. Justin Callaway now inside the top 10, and that's what he needs as well. Got to have a good performance here. And I don't see anybody else. Nobody else will be pitting or anything. Richard Holland, he's pretty much by himself. Tyler Beverly's a little bit further back. Doug Higgins Jr. Everybody's kind of spaced out back here at this part of the field. And they're like in little pockets here. What was it, Nathan Bogart? They're not, they look closer than they actually are. If you look at the track map, it looks like they're closer than they are. And he's got some nice space between him and Kevin Winker, a couple of, at least 2-3 car truck mates. And got a couple of more guys back there. So they should be cruising right to the caution flag here. Keith Prince has gotten ahead of Banfield. Well, where's Jody? He's right there in the 2nd position. And boy, he's either he's gotten out of it or Keith Prince really just raced up there hard, and he's about to start lap 40. So the caution will either come out here or at the start of lap 41. Let's see when they wave it here. So we're now on lap 40. And we should be getting ready to get our stage break. Coming around, should be coming to the caution flag here. As he starts lap 41, and the yellow flag is out, and that is the end of the stage. Keith Prince, he will be leading them on the restart unless he pits again, because sometimes these guys, they'll get up there and they'll lead at the break there, and then So yeah. So now we'll just see who's gonna come in pit road. Maybe get a set of tires. We'll see what happens. What is it? 100 and 100. It's 108 laps. So yeah, we're not too far away from the halfway point. He'll be coming around to pick up the pace truck, and there's the pace truck right there. Finally picked him up. So we'll see if he comes down on pit road next time around. And while they circle around and get ready to, come in for some servicing, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, you're watching the Asphalt Outlaws Racing. It's the playoffs round of 15, Sonic Graphic Design 170, here on Rice Motorsports TV.
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy. How's the race out there for you so far?
I mean, not as bad as the results are showing. Started well up there, was battling with Eric for second, and we were kind of flipping who's on the high side, who's on the bottom, and tires went away a little bit faster than I was expecting, and it pushed up and hit the wall off corner exit and kind of ruined the speed. So get that fixed, and we'll see what the second half of the race has.
10-4, man. Well, good luck, buddy. We'll talk to you later on.
10-4. Thanks, Tony.
Okay, now. Bye. Okay, Michael Newman getting ready to go back to work here. And right now he is in, like he was saying, he's in the 16th position, but, there's still a long way to go. And he's racing around now to catch up to the pack here. LePage also now just making his way off of pit road. Jesse Wise also coming out. Tyler Beverly just leaving his pit box. And the leaders, they're going into turn 3. They haven't gotten the one to go yet. So these guys should be able to come around and catch up to him. There's Tyler Beverly just exiting the pit road, went past that blue cone, and you can get up on the racetrack. And Winker's back there as well. And actually, Winker, here he is coming down before the restart. And I'm pretty sure they got the one to go now. And he is, he's really, he's going to try to, I think he's trying to do as much fuel mileage as possible. Now, here's the thing. I'm wondering, okay, he's coming in right before they go green, but then he's going to have to really light it up and get around there and catch the field. And I'm assuming that he's probably just getting some fuel. We're at, that was 14.8 seconds. That was a long stop just for fuel. It didn't look like the truck went up on the jacks or anything. And so I don't know. And the field is halfway down the backstretch. He'll let the burn a lot of fuel just to catch up to the field. before they go green, and will he be able to catch them? They're just now getting ready to go into turn 3, and Kevin hasn't even cleared the exit lane, and there he is just past the cone. Now he can get up on the track and get up to speed. You see he's not trying to go too fast because he is catching up to them. And we should be getting the green flag any second here.
Green, green, green.
There we go, green flag. We're racing once again, lap 46. It's Jody Banfield, Keith Prince right at the front there, Mark Beverly up there, Joe Yates, Eric Hegdal. All the usual suspects right there. Boy, Banfield, he's, I don't know, he's looking pretty darn strong out there tonight. You know, some of these guys, everybody has a favorite track or tracks. And who knows, this might be one of his. There's a nice restart there. Everybody's getting away cleanly here. And Nathan Bogart right there and Jesse Calloway. Now that's interesting. Now that's 15th position to 36, and then 10th position. So you got the guy that's in 15th, and you got the guy on the bubble, right there racing for position. Kansas, nice smooth track, nice smooth transitions, and plenty of opportunities to go 3 wide if it came down to that. Trucks seem to be, doing pretty good. I haven't been seeing anybody like doing any sliding around a whole lot, because I think it's about 72 degrees out there at the moment. It's showing 71 degrees. Track temperature is actually 74. And they're starting to space out once again. Banfield, he's getting down with the program. Eric Hagdon trying to stay ahead of Joe Yates, Keith Prince. John Scialino having a nice race out there tonight. Now Scialino, he's not in the playoffs, but hey, he still came here to race. So now he'll just focus on having a good race just like every week. In some ways, it's not pressure just to try to stay in the playoffs. He can just enjoy racing and not worry about where he is in the top 10 or anything like that. Just looking for the best finish possible. A little bit further back, there's Dougie Higgins Jr. right behind the 36 and the 9, Bogart and Calloway. Dougie also having a good race here. Definitely want to stay in that top 10. I mean, he's 6th in the standings in the playoffs, so he's in a pretty good spot right now. So he's, anything in the top 10 will be fine with him as far as a finishing position, I would imagine, because it's all about maintaining, doing what you have to do to even win the championship. First, you got to get out of the round of 15, and you got to get into it in the first place to even try to get to the championship. So, one step at a time. And these first 3 races, this is the first phase of racing your way to that championship. Banfield, and he's not really running away this time. In fact, Mark Beverly has gotten ahead of him into the lead position. And is Jody going to stay back there, or is he going to start working the 13 there a little harder for that position? And you could see these guys, you know, as the race gets further along and the intensity kind of ramp up here. Now, Mark, he's got maybe a couple of car lengths there, and they really are starting to pull away from the rest of the field there. Joe Yates in that third spot there, Eric Hagel. I wouldn't mind getting a second victory in the playoffs. And I believe, you know, through each round of the playoffs, you know, the points reset, you know, for the guys that are competing. So it's like the number of competitors goes down, but then you got it's almost like starting all over again for just those guys that are in the playoffs. Prince riding right along. Nice little battles are going on back here. Bogart and Callaway now running 6th and 7th, and that's some good positions for them, especially for Bogart. Callaway could probably afford to be behind them more than the opposite. Oh boy, that got together there. Now, I don't know if those scrapes along the truck that was already there or not. Looked like he might have got that from going along the wall, but boy, they definitely just banged doors. And John Sciolino, now he's kind of getting up in that party there a little bit. Dougie Higgins Jr., boy, he's right behind them too, watching this unfold. Ready to react on a moment's notice. If something, oh, and the minute I say that, look, the 9 almost got into the 69 of Jesse Wise. And Dougie Higgins Jr. is keeping his eye on these guys. He might be thinking, maybe I should try to see if I can get up here and get around these guys. But boy, I tell you, they're racing on. Oh, we got a spin. Sciolino, he's in trouble there, and we got some other guys. Jesse Callaway, oh, and he's spinning. More guys move up here. It looks like he might have. Is he the only one? Everybody else seems like they're still rolling. Nathan Bogart. How much damage does he have there? Oh, wow, he's got more damage than I saw initially there. So it's him and Jesse Callaway. His truck's not looking too swift either on either side. They're both banged up here a little bit, and I believe they only have the one faster pair. Let's go back and take a look here, see if we can see what happened to Jesse. And we'll run it slow motion here. Now there's the 9. Jesse Callaway down in the bottom. The 69, Jesse Wise up top. And looks like the 36 got down and just, and the 33 Sciolino, I don't know if they were coming down. He's moving up, but boy, the 36 got squeezed big time. And Sciolino, they all got together there. And boy, look at wow. Look at Dougie Higgins. He just threading the needle, and truck spinning all over the place, and he managed to get right through there. So that was that was pretty close there. So caution here on lap 60. Keith Prince, he's still on track. Him and Kevin Winker, they both pitted on lap 42 and 44 respectively. And of course, we know there's going to be probably a couple of more pit stops, even if it were to go green all the way. Probably will be a couple of more pit stops. And so a little bit of strategizing going on here. As we get ready to reset for the restart here, we'll take another quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Asphalt Outlaws Racing. It's the playoffs round of 15. The Sonic Graphic Design 170 here on Rice Motorsports TV.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this 0.625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 wins on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 in North Wilkesboro.
Green flag.
Okay, folks, we got a green flag, and we are racing once again here at Kansas, where Keith Prince trying to get out the front there ahead of Kevin Winker. Can he hold that position? Eric Hegel right behind him. Look at Mark Beverly down on the inside. Boy, that is tight, man. They were 3 wide almost as they were coming, going down the backstretch there. Now they've kind of eased up a little bit. Winker is still half a truck length in front, now full truck length. So he managed to get back ahead of the 3. And he will start lap 64 in the lead. Boy, for a minute I thought they were trying to go 4 wide. I'm thinking, no, that's not going to work, I don't think. Mark Beverly, you can tell the closer they get to the end of this race, you can just feel the intensity ratcheting up here. Beverly now into that lead position. There's Jody Banfield down on the inside. Oh, and Jesse Wise almost got out of shape there. Almost got into the 11, I think. I mean, Hegel, he's pretty good up in the points there, but still, you don't want anything to compromise your progress in the playoffs. Jesse Wise in the top 10 there. Yeah, he is on the bubble trying to get in. So he is definitely trying to get the best possible finish he can get. Very important for him. And also the 9 there, Jesse Callaway, who is on the bubble. So those two guys, the 9 and the 69, the 69 is trying to bump the 9 out of the playoffs there. He's got a couple more races to do it, and that's going to be an interesting battle right there, the 9 and the 69. Meanwhile, up the front there, Mark Beverly continues to lead. Him and Jody Banfield, they've broken away from Winker just a little bit. Winker's got his hands full there with the 36 there, Nathan Bogart. Now in that 3rd position. And he more than anybody is really gunning for the best possible result tonight, being 15th in the playoff standings. He is most definitely on a mission to score maximum points this evening here at Kansas, trying to run down the 2 leaders. Now it's Mark Beverly right now, a couple of tenths ahead of Jody Banfield. And these guys continue to battle back here. Now there's the 9 there, Jesse Calloway. He is oh, well, now where did the 69 truck go to? He is Jesse's back now to the 11th position. So that's not going to help his cause at all. Right behind your Eric Hagel there. Meanwhile, up the front, these guys are still going at it. Banfield and Mark Beverly trading the lead back and forth. And Nathan Bogart, he's 1.7 seconds behind. He's got the 45 there. Tyler Beverly. Man, nice to see Tyler up the front there. You know, he's had some rough luck this season, but he's not in the playoffs, but yeah, he's racing right up the front there right now. So definitely good to see him up there racing them. Now in that third spot, it's sort of like these guys that are, they don't have anything to lose. They're out of the playoffs, but they can kind of play a little bit of a spoiler to the guys that are there. There's Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to put some pressure on the 36 Nathan Bogart. Bogart trying to keep him from taking precious points away. Every single point that Nathan can get is absolutely worth its weight in gold. He absolutely has to get the most out of every race that he can. And the field actually has started to spread out quite a bit. Now both Beverly and Banfield, they're going back and forth. Let's look a little further back in the field. Joe Yates all the way back to the 8th position. And but he's second in the playoff standings, so that his result tonight won't be too damaging. But hey, why you're not going to want to just give up points, There's Michael Newman, one of our camera guys right there in the 11th position. Where is Jesse? I'm about trying to lock on. There's Jesse Wise, and he's got his camera on board as well. Jesse racing along here now in that 12th position. Right now he's battling with the 35 there, Richard Holland, and the 18, Evan Schilling. Jesse just a couple of positions out of the top 10. That would most definitely help his cause. There's the other Jesse Calloway in the 6th position. And Tyler Beverly, he got passed by Dougie Higgins Jr. Dougie's now in that 3rd position, but boy, even he is about 2.4 seconds behind your leader, Jody Banfield, who is still going back and forth with the 13 there, Mark Beverly, 4th position. And I tell you, these guys could be duking it out right down to the checkered flag. So it's just a question of how hard are they gonna push here. These guys are rolling along. Callaway, no pressure for the 9 truck. Joe Yates and there's Joe Yates and Kevin Winker. Even though they're a bit behind there right now, Winker, they're running in the 8th position, right behind 7th place Joe Yates. But we're on lap 78. And 30 laps to go. I would say we're going to get one more green flag pit stop. That's what I'm thinking. Matter of fact, let's take a look. Let's cut to a wide angle shot here, and let's see what kind of stint lengths we've seen so far. Boy, by far, the very first stint was the furthest when the guys did like over 30 laps. I'd say like 32 is the highest that I've seen so far. Everything else was pretty much affected by cautions, and we do have a couple of folks down on pit road here at the moment. That's Keith Prince just now coming down to his pit box. Green flag pit stops will probably be happening thick and fast here now. And tired, left side's going on. I think he might have just took left sides only. I didn't see the right side go up. He's on his way out. There's Kevin Winker making his way down. He's followed by the 11 of Eric Hagdahl, and the 35 there of Richard Holland III. Hagdahl had to go a bit further down pit road, like all the way down to the end. Looks like it'll be a full set of tires for the 11. Richard Holland, he's on his way out. There goes Winker. Hagdahl, he exits 14.3 seconds for the 11 truck as he makes his way back out. Joe Hicks making his way down. Right now, he's the only truck coming down pit road. Jody Banfield and Mark Beverly, they're still out there. They both pitted on lap 59. Banfield 1.4 seconds is Beverly. Yeah, Beverly's coming in. I saw that gap really growing really fast. I was thinking Beverly must be coming in for a pit stop. Now Beverly himself, he's now Banfield, he's leading the points right now in the playoff. Beverly's in the third position. And right now he's the only truck on pit road as well. Tires and fuel for the 13. And now 25 laps to go. And he's on his way back out. So there's Banfield, 2.7, might as well say 7 seconds. Now Dougie Higgins would inherit the lead there. He's pitted on lap 61, but he also will have to stop, I would imagine. And here comes two of the Beverlys coming down pit road. There's Tyler Beverly making his way down, and Haas Beverly right behind him. Jesse Wise also coming down on pit road. Right behind the 22. Oh, he overshot just a little bit. That's going to hurt, because that fraction of a second it takes for you to have to back up before the crew can start working on the truck, and that might get him a 16, 17 second stop here. And okay, not too bad. 15.2. It could have been worse. On his way out, Michael Newman making his way down pit road. Let's see what Michael gets here. I would think 4 tires and fuel. It looked like he used his fast repair there. 22 laps remaining. Get just a moment just to relax while the truck is getting serviced. And he is down and away. 14.7 second stop there for Newman. He makes his way back out. Now your leader, the Banfield, he's still out there. Dougie Higgins still in that second position. Nathan Bogart third, but he pitted on lap 59, and also Jesse Calloway right behind him pitted on lap 59. So you know these guys are going to have to stop. We got more guys coming down on pit road. Evan Schilling, he's making his way down. Oh, I'm sorry, making his way out. Kevin Rick LePage also making his way out. So Banfield, he is still out there. Where is now Mark Beverly? He is one lap down. Of course, these guys are going to unlap themselves once Banfield pits. Dougie Higgins Jr. finally comes down pit road, and by my calculation, that would leave Banfield, Bogart, and Jesse Calloway remaining to have to pit. And in case you didn't know, and like we always normally do, we have the timing, a link to the timing and scoring in the description. So whenever you watch one of our broadcasts, always check that out, and you can follow along with the pit stops and see where your driver is and pit stop times and all that good information in there. So this is interesting. How far is Jody Banfield? How far is he going to push it? There's Bogart making his way down. So now there are only two trucks that are going to have to pit. And there goes Banfield as we're talking about it. And now where's Mark Beverly? Beverly, now he's just unlapping himself. So now he's racing around. He'll have to go all the way around the track. Can he catch Jody Banfield? Banfield's still on his way down to his pit box. And Beverly, he's on the, you see he's in the middle of the backstretch, and Banfield, he comes right there, hits his marks. Beverly's in the middle of 3 and 4. Left sides, are they on yet? They're just going on, and Mark Beverly is probably going to jump, and there goes Beverly, and he will go by right into the lead, and he goes by, and there's Jody Banfield. Right now he's in second. Where's Joe Yates at? There's Joe. He's probably going to get Banfield as he's trying to get up to speed. He hasn't even gotten off of pit road yet. So he'll move up into the second position. Kevin Winker, I believe, right there behind him in third. 18 laps remaining. So I know we had the caution for. Did we have 2 cautions, or was it 3 cautions? I know of course we had the one for the stage break, and I know we had at least one more caution. Was it 3 total? I can't remember if it was 3 total or not. But yeah, been a nice race out here tonight. There's Banfield now. He's coming up behind Winker, and man, he's going to race right on past the 42. Now Winker himself, he is where is now, yeah, Kevin, he's in the 5th position in the standings, in the playoff standings. So, and he's running 5th right now. So that should make for a good a solid points night. If he, I'm sure he doesn't want to fall any further than this. And he's about 1.6 seconds ahead of Keith Prince. And Prince is actually not even in the playoffs right now. Well, he's in the 50. I'm sorry, he is in, but he's now he's below the bubble there in the 12th position in the points. So Winker, he'd be keen to just keep the number 3 back there. One less person to challenge you later on in the playoffs, who might possibly get knocked out of the playoffs. A little further back, there's Richard Holland III. Nathan Bogart trying to get maximum points tonight. He's in the top 10 now. He's been a little higher than that, but definitely trying to do the best he can to get as many points as he can. And oh boy, Mark Beverly, he has gotten out the front, and absolutely checked out on Jody Banfield. 4.6 seconds, almost 4.7. Banfield just coming across the line. 13 laps to go. And how about Tyler Beverly, man? Give a shout out to Tyler Beverly, having a good race. You know, not in the playoffs, but boy, he's having a solid run right now. He pitted on lap 84, so he's really close in the window there. Actually, he pitted later than Mark Beverly, so he in a good window there fuel-wise, and should, with 13 to go, might be able to take this to the very end here. And he's got Joe Yates trying to bear down on him and trying to get some more points there. Yates is about 7/10 behind. Now Yates, he pitted on lap 81, so his tires are a little fresher than Tyler's. But the laps are just steadily ticking away as well. Banfield right there. The gap now 3 3/4 seconds between him and Mark Beverly. And you can just barely see Beverly around the curve there. You see him easier on the straightaway, but he's almost a full straightaway. Well, I'd say about half a straightaway ahead. So Jody having a solid night as well. He's 2.4 seconds. His gap is growing between him and Tyler Beverly. And Beverly, boy, he's about to get under some pressure from Doug Higgins Jr. and Joe Yates, and two playoff contenders. And they might overhaul the 45, but that's okay because Tyler is doing a great job out there tonight. And looks like Dougie, he'll go by and pick up that third spot. Joe Yates trying to get a little closer there. And Tyler Beverly definitely trying to race as hard as he can. And the guys, you know, he's not obligated to get out of the way, but, you know, and, you know, they're racing with a guy there. They know he's not in the playoffs, so, and where he's at right now, Joe's running in the 5th position there. He's going to get solid points this evening. There's no reason to fight Tyler super hard. You know, especially a guy who's not in the playoffs, and he might get him anyway, but just be patient about it. He gets up there, thinks about taking a look on the inside. Let's see if he can pull off this pass, and that the angle just hasn't been right, you know, going in and the angle off the corner there. A lot of it's, you know, about timing. Timing when you go to make that move to try to pass, and he's catching up to him and almost having to get out of it almost. You know, sometimes it's almost like you're too close to a guy, and he might get it this time. You're scrubbing off more speed on that inside line, though, and then Beverly has a little bit more momentum coming off the corner. But now they're door to door. Tyler Beverly racing Joe Yates down the backstretch. And looks like Joe might get him here. So good racing all around here. So Yates moves into that 4th position. Kevin Winker trying to break into the top 5 himself. And only 6 laps remaining, folks. Boy, I tell you, this race has kind of snuck on by here on us. I mean, it's just been a lot of green flag running. Only 2 or 3 cautions. I still want to say it's 2. But Jody Banfield, boy, that gap has come down, and this is shaping up to be a race here, folks. Mark Beverly sizing up the 98 here. Now Higgins, he's over 3 seconds behind, so he's not exactly in the picture there for the win. Not at the moment, and very few laps remaining. And that's interesting how Beverly, he pulled up there, but now the gap opened up once again to over a second. So Jody Banfield, he is determined to put his stamp on this race here. Banfield, he only gained 3 positions since the start, but I mean, once he got to the front, and he is just so it's time to flex those muscles. Now across the line, it's 3 laps remaining as he gets there. There you go. And Mark Beverly continuing to race along. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Nathan Bogart. He's chasing Tyler Beverly. Kevin Winker's right behind him. He's in the 7th position. And Bogart, remember Bogart, he's down in 15th, so he was in the top 10. He got just outside the top 10, and now he's back in there again, and now in the 5th position. And so that will help his cause, and he'll need to repeat that the next couple of races. Meanwhile, Jody Banfield, he's on the penultimate lap here. He's racing to that white flag. 2.2 seconds now, the gap between him and Mark Beverly. Dougie Higgins, he's looking pretty good in that 3rd spot. He's 4 seconds, now 5 seconds ahead of Joe Yakes. So yeah, this is looking pretty, it's pretty much academic at this point. Jody Banfield coming to the white flag. Lap number 108. Racing down the backstretch here, you can see now that's Rhino directly behind him, a lap truck, so he's not a factor here. 2.7 seconds ahead of 2nd place Mark Beverly. And he comes to the stripe. He will be your winner here tonight at Kansas. Jody Banfield, your winner here tonight. Mark Beverly in that 2nd position. Dougie Higgins comes home to round out the podium. And there's Jody Banfield. Sliding and spinning through the grass. Time to do a little celebrating. And we'll go ahead and grab the guys and up in the booth here. Banfield, Beverly, and Higgins. Let's go, we'll go ahead and put Mark up there. Let's see. Dougie, he's in there. Let's see, where's Jody at? Let's see. I think Jody has to join the server. I don't see him in the server, so when he's done celebrating, he'll probably hop on in the server, then we'll head on down there as well. And let's see here. And is he in there yet? No, he's not in yet, and he's probably making his way in. We'll give him a couple more seconds here. And he obviously knows he's got to get in there. There he is. He's in there. So let's hop on down there with the guys. Okay, folks, we're here with your top 3, Jody Banfield, Mark Beverly, and Dougie Higgins Jr. Hey, Jody, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. You got me?
10-4, I can hear you. Let me see if I can turn the volume up here just a little bit. And, okay, that's as loud as I can get your volume. Let me turn the music down a little bit here. And, man, congratulations. Boy, I tell you, you kind of flexing your muscles there at the end of that race.
No, really. I think I got lucky. I think Mark got in the wall there on that run. I waited too long to pit. If he wouldn't have gotten the wall, I don't think it would have gone.
10-4, man. And, well, now we've got the second race of the round of 15. And because you were leading going into the playoffs, and so this will help build that lead. And it's, you know, how you think the playoffs are starting off pretty good for you here?
Yeah, as long as I don't gotta go to a restrictor plate track, that's where my downfall is.
Oh man. So yeah, so we'll see what happens next week. I forgot where we're going. I have to look and see here.
Darlington.
But is it Darlington? Oh boy. Okay. And so yeah, that will be interesting for sure. But anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just drivenSaveLives.org, and then the Beverly family for putting on the league.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations again, and go celebrate it. And we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Hey, Mark, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Tony.
Yeah, man. Hey, good, strong finish there tonight, and staying up, winning those points there. And congratulations on that second position.
Yeah, thanks. It's just trying to advance to the next round, really. I wanted that win, but Jody was just fast, so didn't really have anything for him at the end there. But tried to pit a little bit sooner than him and maybe get a little jump on him, but ended up catching me at the end there. So, but it was a fun race overall.
10-4, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to the sponsors, Winning Bid, Diecast, Sonic, with the new name change too. He does most of our paints out here. Thanks to you, put on a good show, everybody watching, and thanks to Cody doing admin job for it. Good job for us there. So
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, man, and we'll see you next week.
copy that. We'll see you.
But hey, Dougie, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, good run out there tonight, man. Good, solid points, nice podium finish, and yeah, how do you feel about heading to Darlington next week?
A little skeptical, but I got my good points in the first two rounds here to carry me a little bit into the next round. Was kind of playing defense most of the night after I got into Voss early on. Just made good calls, kept my head in it,
Absolutely.
and came out with third place. We'll take that.
Absolutely, man. Well, anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Derek Holachek making the paint tonight. Got the pit stop popcorn, DH Designs truck there. We were hoping for a win, but we'll take third for sure. Shout out to the Beverleys and Cody for the league, and Will Reinl for being the team owner, Limelight Photography. Just want to shout out to the teammates, you guys in general, you for putting on the broadcast, everything like that. Thank you.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations again. Go celebrate, and we will see you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
But okay, folks. Well, that will do it. And boy, let's go ahead and let's bring up the finishing order here. Take a look, bring that screen up, and of course, Jody Banfield is your winner. Mark Beverly second, Doug Higgins Jr. third, Joe Yates fourth, Nathan Bogart fifth, Tyler Beverly is sixth. Nice run there for Tyler. Kevin Winker finished seventh, Jesse Calloway eighth, Michael Newman ninth, Eric Hagel rounds out the top 10. Then we have Keith Prince 11th, Evan Schilling 12th, Richard Holland 13th, Haas Beverly 14th, Rick LePage 15th, John Sciolino 16th, Jesse Wise 17th, and Will Rhino in the 18th position. And shout out to Cody Talindi running that the race control. So that will do it for us tonight. And you've been watching the Sonic Graphic Design 170 here on Rice Motorsports TV. And so for all of us here, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.